Let's kick off straight away with another lot of requests here. And first of all, thank you to all that is congratulating Christelle on that wonderful new present of her, that beautiful baby. And some people are asking me, listen, boy, girl? Yes, it's a beautiful girl. And her name is Annika. So thank you for all that. And I will send it through to her. And I think hopefully in the new year, I think first week February, she'll be back on the show. But let's have a look here. If you look at some requests, and the first one is Renergen. I mean, this share actually surprised a lot of people. This was, first of all, a tiny little company, did some, you can almost say, exploration, and suddenly it turned out to be a star, and everybody loves the company now. They're doing absolutely. Now, let's have a look here. I mean, look at this rally of this company. I mean, I actually saw somebody said, please, the analysts must write about something about this company. But what I will do is I will tell you this, and this share had one beautiful and one massive rally. Look at it. I mean, just since May, I'm not even looking before that. Since May, it came from 16 Rand 65 cents. And it went up almost in one go, and it's now 35 Rand and 51 cents. Let's just have a look how it looks like on a daily chart, because I think if we look at the daily chart, we'll quickly see that the share rallied a lot. Let's have a look here, Renergen, and I will look at it quickly. And the guy that asked about it, oh, it's a lady, sorry, unfortunately, Karen, sorry. Look at the share. I mean, beautiful rally, all the way strong to the top. But look at this island reversal. It definitely closed that gap. For me, if I look at that shooting star there, that is ugly. And I mean, look at the momentum to the downside. And there's not a lot of, oh, there's another gap. So I think, Karen, you're too late to buy. I will be nervous that it can maybe come back. I mean, the share had such a rally. Let's just have a look at this gap there. I think maybe that is a place to buy. The other day I looked at the share for somebody, I think it was Etion, that closed the gap beautifully and then from there bounced up. I think it's that share, I'm not sure. But let's have a look there. I just want to draw it in here. Aaron, if I don't have the share, I will actually wait for this to close before I get in. There's the gap. The gap is, here you are. The gap is between 29.25 and 29 on the dot. So if it pulls back and it closed that gap, maybe then it's time to get in. At the moment, you're way too late. I mean, the share had a wonderful rally. Even here's a gap. So it just shows you that this share has a lot behind it. There's a lot of good news behind it. And people say that they're going to make good money. So, but unfortunately, if you missed the boat, remember there's always many other shares that you can look at. Let's have a look at Afrimat. And that is also one of those shares that people loved. Let's go there, Afrimat. And I can tell you America introduced an infrastructure bill. But if South Africa can do the same, then, I mean, we can be surprised. But Afrimat is a little bit under pressure. And what I don't like about it, and it's Wilson asking me about it, Wilson, and you see that we're sitting on the 40-week moving average. But what I don't like is, look at it, there's a high, and back to test the line, it bounced a little bit up, and now it's moving down. So if you have the share, and I think you've got the share, that's why you may be nervous onto the company, there you are. If it breaks below this line, and there you are, 46.70, I will get nervous. I think if it pulls back, and what I'm seeing here is, can you see this spike in volume? This spike in volume developed right at the top of the share, and that just tells you that there was a keen seller that day that said, listen, it's time to sell the stock. I'm going to get in and just get out of that and get my money back. And there you are. Then it fell a lot. So I don't know who sold it, but it was a spike in volume. I mean, it was 9 million shares, so it's a lot. So let's have a look and see. But at the moment, I think it's a little bit late. Where will I get positive about it? That's maybe your question. I will get only positive when it breaks above 54.70 again. Unfortunately, at this point in time, I am a little bit nervous onto it. Let's have a look at Sephaku. It's also one of the cement players in South Africa. I mean, they're doing a lot of the cement business in South Africa. And if I look at the share, it looks like it's almost in a consolidation base now. Meaning that also a beautiful rally. Look at all the companies. It's almost like all the shares consolidated a bit and then it started to rally. But look at this spike, a little bit of a pullback spike, a little bit of a pullback spike, a little bit of a pullback. This is a solid share and I like the chart as well. The momentum is clearly to the upside. Let's just have a look here. I mean, this is a weekly chart here. And I mean, this 40-week moving average is close to the support line. It just shows you the importance of this line. And who else there? Oh, Rashad, while the share is above R1.63 and it's now around 190, I'll be happy with the share. I will not bother with it. And I think the share had a good rally. I think we can also see a pullback. In actual fact, I expect a correction sometime. I don't know when, because the S&P is just so strong. But there is a bit of a rising wedge developing here. There's the support. There's the resistance. If it breaks below this line, where can it go to? It can go to R1.11. There was a little bit of a spike in volume right at the top. It just shows you somebody did take some profit. I think it looks like the share is moving up in this channel, and we need to maybe see a more narrower mouth here at the end, and we will see. But at the moment, looks good, unless if you want to chase momentum. I mean, I will not chase momentum after the share went from 34 cents to 191. But if you do want to chase momentum, you can chase it above 208. But I will make use of a stop loss of 176 to protect capital, because I still believe if the share comes under pressure, it can maybe just surprise us and go all the way to that 119, 120 level. Oh, another request on the infrastructure shares, Murray and Roberts. Let's have a look here. The other day, in actual fact, they announced that they are also broadening their horizons. They want to get more work done overseas. They want to get involved there. And I mean, look at the share. Same story, turnaround story, beautiful rally. Can you believe it? From R3.81 to R13.87. Look at this volume, all green spikes. Since then, I mean, since it reached 10.22, you can just see the boys are pumping the stock. It's rallying up. And remember, this was one of the top counters in the world in South Africa. And I will say it's a little bit late, but unless, Steffi, if you want to chase the momentum, chase it above 14 Rand, make use of a stop loss of 12 Rand 89, and can you pick something up? Suddenly, with all these rallies that we've seen in the shares, suddenly the stop losses are getting a little bit big. So you maybe buy the share at 14 Rand, but look at your stop loss, 12 Rand 80. That's almost a Rand 20 drop in the share price. Protect your capital if things go wrong. So always keep that in mind. I try not to have such a big stop loss, but I mean, that is my risk profile, but it depends on the other guys. Some guys just get into it, especially on momentum, and they chase it, but I think stick to that stop loss. But if it breaks above 14 Rand, where's my targets? It can go to 14.73, 15 Rand 41, 15 Rand 99. Yo, can you believe it? 16.68. And even as high as 17.20. It just shows you the stock can really, but really fly. So it looks good. It looks like a nice turnaround story. Maybe a little bit late in the pack to chase it, but I think you can maybe get in and you can still buy it. Let's have a look at a instrument that I mentioned a while back, and I will maybe, if I've got time, I can look at the chart as well of gold. But I'm talking about Newgold, and I can remember when I was looking at the chart a while back, I mentioned it and I said, listen, looks like Newgold is, I think it was on the program 2 or 3 weeks ago. I said it's making a beautiful rounding bottom here. I like it, and what happened is, since then the gold price gave us a beautiful rally. It's now above that crucial level of 1823. In actual fact, I think it was around 1835 the other night. So for me personally, Newgold looks attractive. And let's just show you why I say that. Because it turned this little resistance line into a support now. And there, I just want to get that level. I think this is not late to buy it. It's early days for the gold price, and especially if the rand is also weakening. Because if the gold price rallies and the rand is weakening, the gold miners in South Africa do good, and the new gold price is a reflection of the gold price in rands. You are. If you look at it above 256.75, it looks good to me. You can buy it, make use of a stop loss off, and I'll use this 40-week moving average of 244.08. And if this carries on, where can it go to? Look at it, 269.50. It can go to 279.70, 281.23, and even as high as 298.57. For me personally, I would rather buy a Newgold than a Bitcoin. But that's only a personal choice. I mean, the Bitcoin guys, they just printing money. Enjoy, but I will stick to my Bitcoin, and we will chat again. Thank you for watching the show, and visit our website, www.fransdeklerk.com, for more info, and we will chat again.